Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Carthage. Today we will again focus on our current 30 wars, one being with China that's going surprisingly well. I was very nervous about this war because I had no idea how many ships China can throw at us, but so far we have killed pretty much everything China sent our way. Our units are in quite a decent shape. We just have to play this like carefully, slowly, make sure that we don't move too far forward, and I think we'll be fine. Just the war will take a long time. That's one thing. Then the war with Ethiopia. Here we might get into some trouble, especially here because this tercio is very difficult to replace, but I think we can manage. So again, we have to be careful, try to not lose units, do as much damage as possible, and Addis Ababa should fall eventually. So these two wars are fine, but then the third war that is not fine, that's the fight with our unhappiness. And here we are quickly running out of options. And now our biggest hope is in 2 turns the great artist that we'll get for faith, that will give us a golden age for 8 turns, but we also get Taj Mahal. Once we get architecture, we can speed it up with the engineer days sitting our capital, and that will give us a golden age for significantly longer. And as golden age increases all the yields, the happiness will go up. So this is one of the or one thing that can help us that we are not using yet, but it's not gonna be enough. And there is pretty much only one thing left that we can still do, and that's you can say like transforming production into happiness. It's similar to, or similar. I don't like doing this because it will hurt me in the long run. It's similar why I don't like slowing down the growth of my cities. I already explained it a couple of times before. If I'm slowing down the growth of my cities, I'm basically losing yields long term because I can't work that many tiles around my cities, and that costs me yields, as I said, in the long run. Transforming production to happiness is the same thing, because we can transform production into these yields. So let's say we have problems with boredom, I can then switch to produce culture. But when I'm doing this, I'm not building buildings, and when I'm not getting more buildings, I'm losing the yields from those buildings, so long term it costs me yields as well. But in our current situation, I don't have a choice. I will try to only do this in cities that have all the important buildings finished. But if the happiness keeps dropping, I will have to switch more and more cities, and it can become a problem. Although at this point, I don't really have a choice, because happiness is very tricky. There is something like a threshold, and when you reach that, you can't like save the happiness anymore. If you drop too low, there is no way out anymore. If you think about how the happiness works, when you lose happiness, your yields are going down. And as your yields are going down, your happiness is dropping further. So at some point, you get so low that you can't just get back to the green numbers, and we have to prevent this from happening. So yeah, I think once I switch those cities, I'll be doing everything possible to save the happiness. If this is not enough, we have probably lost because of this. The question is, like, we don't have to do this forever. We just have to stabilize the happiness until we get acoustics and scientific theory. The opera houses, zoos, and public schools should give us enough to probably get us back above 0. Is it gonna work? I don't know, but I'll do my best. So that's the plan, and the problem is, even if I can like do all of this perfectly, we have still one more problem, because I checked the culture victory, and when we check China, I can probably check it here first. China is already influential over 4 people. And when we check the influence for China, they are pretty close to be influential over everyone except Byzantium. So I'm not sure how long Byzantium can resist the Chinese tourism. We could maybe try to embargo China to slow them down. But I think even if they don't get any bonuses with Byzantium, I don't think they can resist. And we probably can't produce enough culture to like be competitive with the Chinese tourism. So I have a feeling that no matter what I do, China will eventually win culture victory. But hey, we will at least fight them and we will try to stay in the game for as long as possible. For example, learn if we can save the happiness and get as much information as possible for the next Let's Play so that we can maybe avoid some mistakes like allowing the China being in the game. That's a good example of a mistake I don't want to do or don't want to make again. But enough talking, let's start playing. Where do we start? Let's start down here. There's not that much left to do. This Corvette needs repairs, so let's move it back. I'm thinking, I don't like how much damage this Corvette took, so let's take it back 1 tile. Now, on this side, we will need to replace this Corvette, I think. How many Corvettes do we still have healthy enough that they can stay around Hangzhou? 1, 2, 4, 6, move up. Okay, let's try to kill the cannon. That will definitely help. It's enough. Of course it's not. Well, we will end up here no matter what. I don't want my frigate to end up on this tile, but... Oh, actually it worked. Okay, okay, so we don't have to expose one of our frigates. Perfect. And here we can hit this Tercio. Oh, and why I'm not moving, or why it's not possible that I move the musketmen onto like the main continent on this side. You can see that there are Chinese knights, and even though China is not moving any units to the coast yet, if I moved a single land unit here, it would get destroyed immediately, so this is not an option. The only thing I can still try to do is move my musketmen onto these 2 tiles, because Chinese land units can't get there. 45, 45, 45, so that's 1 side. And here we have 3 corvettes that need just 1 more turn, and they'll be again ready to rejoin the fight. So that should be fine. But here... Well, we'll start, I think, with this attack. Let me think about that. I don't have a choice. So we'll start with this attack. Didn't take basically any damage. I was hoping we would maybe get a small heal, but this still should be okay. Then this guy can move forward, shoot the Tercio, move away. We think. Hope that... No, I won't be able to kill this guy. Oh, come on. How far can you go? Not far enough. What if I use this cannon? That would probably solve the problem. How far can you move? I don't want my cuirassiers to take damage if possible. They're not here to tank any damage. Okay, let's move the cannon away from the coast. You have taken way too much damage, so move away. And move like this. Yeah, and make sure the Great General is not too exposed. And how many units can we now move to the front as replacements? 1, 2. Can you move to the city? Yep. Three. And you'll be a garrison for a while. Good. This guy will be ready next turn. 45. And on this side, let's move back and pillage. Be careful here. Thinking if I can stay here for one more turn. I'll definitely have to pillage the tile, that's for sure. Really don't want to move the cannon back, but I would say I don't have a choice. Or if I pillage the iron. What I need now is the Tercio to survive one more turn. Okay. And about the happiness. How does it look like here? Actually, this city where I could switch to some other yields, there's no reason, basically. I could still try to speed up the next social policy. So what if I worked on arts? Well, it shaved up one turn, gave us one happiness. And the arsenal is not such a big deal. So yeah, let's do this. I think this will be a lot more significant in Knossos next turn. And anything else? I think we just end the turn. Go. Open borders. Nope. The declaration from Morocco. Oh, ho, ho. Hello. Lose something. No. Somehow he didn't lose anything, and all our ships are pretty healthy. How the hell did that happen? Okay, there is our great artist. Where are you? Oh, we can't use him yet. Yeah, we just purchased him. Never mind. This is a good timing, I would say. Well, let's start with actually let's start with production. So here, printing press, we don't care about that. Artist Guild is being built somewhere already. So the city is also done with buildings. Let's see. Biggest problem here is illiteracy. So if we start or if we start working on science, it reduces the unhappiness by 3, which is quite decent. And should give us the architecture, I think, 1 turn earlier, which also matters. And back to the fun part. Just checking which ships we have to fight here, because I want to focus on galleasses as much as possible. Much movement do you have? 2, 4, 6. Enough to move down. Five. I'll just move you away. And move closer. Back. Shoot. Switch. I think I may need this frigate here. So that's that. Now we can move down. I think we have time to move this corvette back and repair it. Okay. Not sure that I can afford to go after this gallows. May have to just move back, to be honest. Five, you definitely have to get out of here. Let's play it safe. If I moved forward and attacked, then I wouldn't be able to move back enough. Okay, this will have to do. And if they want to fight, they will have to come even closer. And that's when we counterattack. Wait, wait, wait. Can I leave this tile open? Well, let's move this guy away. Something we have to do. Let's start with that. We just block this tile. I mean, healthy Fusilier should be able to survive a turn here. And that would relieve the pressure from this guy. Keep killing units. I don't think that Ethiopia can keep up with this. We are killing like what? Like 2 units every turn. They should run out. Remember, they are not fighting only on this side. They are also fighting Morocco on the other side. So I don't think they really have like significant reserves. So trying to figure out if I can somehow use these Cuirassiers, but I doubt that. Okay, 45. This is a bad idea. I need a melee unit on this tile. I'm not even sure that the Cuirassier will survive a turn here, but hopefully he survives. Back. Back. I don't want to move the cannon on this tile. I will have to... Or I can't hold this tile. I'll move back next turn. I'd have to pillage the tile. And do damage to the Tercio. I'm trying to prevent some of the melee units from attacking. Wait. 45. 45. 45. Okay, the envoy can move to our capital. Once the war with Byzantium ends, we'll try to get Valletta back. And what about you? I think we can build a village. Okay. Next turn, but I feel really bad about this. Seems that our ships survived, but it looks like a lot of damage. Ah, not even close. Okay. Oh, what do you think you're doing here, China? Interesting. Okay, let's move this guy. The citadel. I want to build a road here. I want to connect these two cities. So if we ever get into the situation where we're gonna need to move units south, I mean land units south, we will have roads all the way to the coast basically. Oh, excuse me, that was my mouse fell from my hand. I don't like the skirmisher at all. I don't think I can do anything about him. Can I kill this ship? Just one-shot it? Probably not. Let's play it safe, because I really want to kill it. Or... is enough for a kill? Of course not. How many attacks do we have on this side? Definitely have to move back to more. Hmm. This is so tempting. There are 4 ships around, 5 ships around. Okay, so this caravel can't move south. There is zone of control over the city. That's fine. Maximum is what? 2 ships can attack our corvette. 3 if they like do it correctly with the galleass. And same thing here, so we should be fine. 45. What about you? I think I want to start moving workers to Addis Ababa. So once we capture it, we'll have to connect it, and I want to have workers ready for that. Let's move this way. Forward. I need to get another tercio onto this tile as fast as possible. I think it's gonna be this one. This was probably a mistake. Should have used both the cuirassiers. Kill this guy. Well, too late to change that. They can still at least attack the city. We'll move back. You will move back and fortify. Fortify. Hope the cuirassier can survive this. Attack the city. And we'll attack the city as well. You know what? This should be much safer. And I think we can afford to pillage that farm. Okay, now, the great artist. We are at 11 unhappiness when we start the golden age. We are on 4 unhappiness. Well, that looks a little bit better. And most importantly, it's getting us closer to architecture and the next social policy. How much can we get for this? 8? About a vote. Here we are done with arena. What is the biggest problem now? Boredom and poverty. Well, we can't really do much with poverty right now. But we can do something with boredom. If I go amphitheater, shrine into temple, that should help. Maybe even baths after that. I think I'll pay for the amphitheater. Every turn matters now. Why are you building constabulary? Oh, we do have a little bit of crime, but I think this will be better. The constabulary will have to wait. Now we also can afford to wait with our inquisitors. Just wait as long as possible and then buy those inquisitors so that we remove as much heresy as possible with each inquisitor. Okay, next. Look at that. Amazing how much damage Poland is doing here. It's perfect. And I was a bit nervous about this Corvette, but it survived pretty easily. Switch back. Oh, come on. Hello. Let's not lose workers. Okay. And this is what we need, more experience. Good. I think I'll make a cut here. And again, think about our options. This definitely is not an easy war, and so far I think we managed to go through it without any losses, and I'd like to keep going like that, so I'll try, or I'll make like each episode a bit shorter and give myself as much time as possible for thinking, considering all the options, what's safe, what's not safe. Also, this is not like super easy. So I have to figure out what we can afford to kill. For example, I'd like to kill that cannon. That would be amazing. I'm not sure I can do it with these two caravels blocking the shots, basically. So yeah, this will be all for today's episode. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're gonna join me for the next one again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.